Alright, so I need to hear from the horse's mouth exactly like what happened at the tournament, because you were saying like at the beginning of everything, yeah, a lot of things were against you that day, and it was kind of a rough go at it. So what happened?
So when we started like Friday, like it's in the entire weekend, it was like in Vanguard and outside of Vanguard. So what literally happened, like I was picked up by Angel, aka Echo, of course, and we were like going to his house because I had to like take like those charging blocks, like because of course the outlet in England is different from the UK or from EU.
Because they use flat ones, right, instead of the round ones.
Yeah, they have like 3 ports, essentially like the 3-stick ones. But like we went to his house and like we went to like a little bit of grass, but it was raining and it was like it wasn't even slippery, but like was you don't like I was catching up to Angel, so I was like a little bit running, and I couldn't even stop. Like I was trying to, but I couldn't stop, and I bashed the ball right into it, like face first.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's literally the funny thing is like it was the wall of his apartment. So it's just funny, but like I scraped my entire like arm open, my hand open, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm bleeding. Like it did hurt, of course, but it was like anything really major. In the sense of like I just had to disinfect it, and then everything was fine. Wait. I wrote it all down for day 1 at least, because it was too much fucking stuff that happened. Like it was really fucking insane. Okay, let me see. So Maxim got sick from Thursday to Friday. I don't know if you got it, but like he was really throwing up, like in his bathroom, like sitting on the floor, and like it was terrible. Like
just like, completely gone.
It was completely gone. And when we got like we were like, okay, so I would just still go to England and we would just see it right there, because like I paid and everything. I was like, fuck it, then I will just go. And I got meet up with Mo, and like we talked with Ben about it, and we were like, okay, so we can sign up with 2 people. Okay, so that was like the first plan, just as an emergency thing. And then later, Ben discussed it with other judges, and he came to the realization we rather want to have teams of 3, so we give you priority to the back. But like, so you end up like at last place. So let's say, for example, there's still space, then you can of course join, but you don't have any priority because of it. So we had to find a team member to like secure that spot. But the thing is, like, I signed up with Eric and Bronk for fee, but we never went to it. But I still got it in Battlefly. I still got the check-in and stuff, so we used that as like an emergency thing. Then we went to the event. Like I think we talked to people like 1 hour, 2 hours prior to registration, even like not even starting of the event, and like nobody had someone that's like available, because the thing is we were super secure that we could find someone, because of like the trains weren't like there were strikes in England, so trains and stuff didn't work. So because of that we were like, oh, so then people like get fucked up like at the venue, and then you have 2-person teams and stuff like that. But it didn't happen. Like I personally had to go with Angel, that's why he picked me up, and we got a hotel relatively close to him. And it was like, okay, so we're stressing, and like 10 minutes before we had to register, we talked about with Hall and stuff, and they were like, oh, but like you can pick Jack if you want, and Jack was like, oh, but what is fee? Right, because he had a D error deck, and we of course had V error decks. So what was the thing is like I was prepared to play D error, but when I heard about Maxim that he like the statement that he wasn't going, I was already at like the border patrol, so I was already like too late to go back. So I didn't bring a V deck, so Muhammad gave me his like we scraped up like an entire V deck out of nowhere. Just like I think a few hours before. Like it all happened in the night and stuff like that. And then we came so like, okay, so are we going to play D or are we going to play V? And we thought like it's better to play V for the better probabilities, but we're just going to play for fun. And then like the first 3 rounds we went smooth as hell. Like we just said to Jack like we of course are going to play for fun. But Mo and I are still trying to carry the shit out of it. So what happened is like I think so we said to Jack, like Mohammed tried to explain it to Jack. I also were like literally what you have to do with OTT witches, white grade 1, white grade 2, white grade 3, and whenever you have the opportunity to put like extra grade 2s on the field, just like fuck the opponent over, like just commit everything, like just do that. Sack quits, I'm happy. And like I actually was surprised on how well he did, because like only played a few games of the era and that's it as terms of Vanguard's experience. And there wasn't even any judge calls, which I was super surprised by. Like there were some things that he had to like went through with his opponent, like, oh, you put a great t-shirt there, can you do it because it's mandatory? Oh yeah, sure, I didn't do anything prior, like still, because I was still thinking of like, what the fuck is this artwork?
Cause like minor actions thing.
Minor actions that like it was, and I said to Jack, and I confirmed with judges, I will always keep a watcher in games. Whenever something happens that is like an infraction or something like that, if it's like I would just like stop the game. George, come here. Can you fix that for me? Okay, cool. Then I can just go back to my match. So Mo and I like sweep the floor like the first 3 rounds. Like actually insanity on opponents. Like we had to play quite good because like we were like in the second round we were like, do we really need to play against it? I don't remember even what the teams were, but like then the 4th round Mo lost. 5th round Mo lost, but I still won everything. And by the way, also like a little bit of a side note, I played the Highlander variant of Maxim, of course. And the thing is, we were talking about, okay, so which variant are you going to play? And I was like, so Maxim was like, you have the normal variant and you have the Highlander variant. And I'm really fucking happy that I choose the Highlander variant, because Maxim was like, have you ever played the deck? And I just like poker face, like, yes, I have ever played it because of PRO and stuff. But in reality, I have never fucking played the deck. Like, I understand the deck because of like things and stuff, but I never fucking played the deck. I was like there reading all of the cards like 5 minutes before the event started, just to see like, do I like, is there anything to the any friction? But I like, as you may know, like it did wonderful. But the funny thing is, I used Rosa in the entire event. Like, I whiffed her 14 times. Just counter plus 1 shuffle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good skill, right?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
so
pretty
it was
decent,
like,
yeah. I like it.
Like, but also like with probabilities and stuff. I think I had like 20 card deck or something like that, and like, what the fuck, like 70% prism stuff, and like, yeah, with, oh yeah, okay, fuck you then. Like, okay. And literally, the point is, Betty hit more times than Rosa did.
Hey.
The Highlander card hit more.
Sometimes it's like that. But it, like, what's then the thing that happened in McDonald's then?
So I would just conclude like the V1 and then we'll go to McDonald's. So what happened is like we just bubbled into the top 8 because we got 8 plays because we were at X2, but there were 5 rounds for Swiss. But we had really insane tiebreakers, luckily. And then in top 8 we just played and stuff. And then, oh no, wait, I lost 1 round in Swiss and Mo did. And then, I don't know, like we both went X2 in the end, doesn't really matter. But in top 8, I actually lost to, you know, the 2 brothers, right? Like Theo and Pierre.
Oh, the French brothers, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to play against the middleman, and he was fucking playing Hello Happy World. and
oh no! What version was he even playing though?
Is it okay if I saw the combo potential? I understood the combo and stuff like from the get go. I don't know which version. Like I don't know the card names. I don't even care. Like,
Okay, what
it's
did
something
he do? Well, like what did
I
he?
think it was Michelle and stuff.
No, but I mean, like what was the actions? What was the game actions that he took then? Like what did he do in the turns?
Oh, like bounce call because he could call another card and just essentially did murdered stuff like just bounce
Okay,
to
okay.
front of and it was with Michelle. Like
So
I
he's playing
remember.
the good one then. He's playing the good version.
Yeah. I think it was the best.
Version, yeah.
Like yeah, bang brief stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually lost to that because, like I want to say he sacked because he like got multiple defensive heals, offensive heals, draws and stuff. But like
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it was sacking. It was just having like a good player going and he had to go for these type of situations to win the game, and he just made the right decision based off that. Like you can easily say like yeah he just sacked his way to victory, but I wouldn't say that in any kind of way because like he just played to his outs and he won a base of that, and then we went into top like third or fourth place, and then we just I won. And then we went to McDonald's because Maxim was still terribly sick and he didn't want to take any risks, so we just went to McDonald's because he takes the same fucking order every single time. Like I think we went to McDonald's 3 times in the entire weekend, just because of that reason.
He wanted to be on the safe side. He's
Yeah.
already sick already.
Yeah, and by the way, we're the burger MVP. I will come to that later. But like, then we went, no. But like we went to the McDonald's and it was close to Ajo. And essentially, what happened is like my number were shouted by the people by the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 53, and they shouted, and I got my order, and I was just sitting down. And like, there were multiple things going bad that day, but like, I was like, get me the fuck out of here, because we also got a hotel room, and we should have gotten like 2 beds, but we got 1. And, like, for the first evening, it wasn't that big of a problem because Maxim was sick, but like, for the second evening, it was like, Maxim is here, so it's like, okay. So we went to McDonald's, I got like my order, and I was sitting down, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy fuck, this is a lot of food, and I'm seeing like, where the fuck is my ice cream? This is my fucking order, and like, so, then Ajo came to me, and I was like, hey, I think you got the wrong order, and then the people behind the counter were like asking me like, do you have a receipt? But I didn't get any because the machine didn't print any for me. So I said like, no, I don't have any, and I got my order in the end, but I didn't touch the first order I got anyway. Like I only like grabbed it out of the bag just to see like what the fuck is underneath it, and that's it. I didn't even open the box, so I brought it back, and then like the people that should have got that order like were like telling me like, why the fuck did you pick it up? And I like tried to explain to them like, sorry, they made a fault, but I didn't touch anything and stuff like that, and they were very understanding. But I was trying to talk to the people by the counter to like, oh, I didn't touch anything. Like I know for like legal reasons they cannot really do that, but like I don't fucking care. I have my order. I just want to get my fucking ice cream because my throat was actually killing me. Because I was also getting sick.
Oh, are you sick right now still or no?
Yeah.
Oh, rough.
Yeah. Okay. So while I was waiting for the counter because it was super fucking busy, so I understand it. I was just waiting, but I already got my order. So like the person behind me was like, "Hey, you already got your order. Get the fuck out of here!" Like really fucking aggressive. And I was like, "Sorry, but I'm like they made a oopsie," and I was like, I'm trying to fix it for these persons next to me and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, but my order is right fucking there. He saw his order and was like, bullseye fucking brain that like, oh yeah, here, like he was only focused on his order. I was like, can you move the fuck out of here, like stuff like that. And he kept like being super fucking aggressive. And at some point, like he just said to me like, if you don't go out, I'll just fuck you in the face, like punch you and stuff like that. And at that point I was like, oh yeah, fuck this shit. Like I don't even care about this day. I just like, okay, good luck. I just told the other people like, this situation, you can like, I will keep my hands off it. Good luck. And I just went to get my food. So that was the story about how I almost got punched in the face because of a mistake they made, and I tried to fix it for them.
That is spicy. The thing
Yeah,
is, like,
but
you guys, I noticed that a whole lot of people tend to have, like, weird interactions when they travel places. I have never been in situations like what you guys are describing. Like, almost fought, like, almost get totally wiped out or anything. I don't know. I don't know. I think y'all are super unlucky. Like,
yeah.
mega unlucky.
Okay, and so also in the night of the Friday to Saturday, I couldn't sleep because I have a problem with gallstones that I needed to get surgery of. But like, of course, in the Netherlands, like with corona and stuff, it's a super fucking long wait list. So I couldn't get any sleep on like in during Friday to Saturday, and then Saturday we like of course played and stuff. So it was like terrible. Like in 3 nights, I only slept 9 hours in total. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, like we still need to play. Like I think for Sunday we played over 12 hours for the event.
So
Like
you
no
almost
joke.
got manhandled. You went face first into a wall and completely got scarred up and beat up. And you almost got beat up by a random dude at a McDonald's. And you still said, yo, I'm going to play all these BRO and BSFs and I'm going to clobber people. That
Yeah,
seems like a dub. I like that. That's
that
good.
is only day one.
It's only day one. Jesus Christ.
Like it isn't even fucking done because there was also a story, but like we were waiting in line for day two to go into the venue. And at some point, there was a person shouting to us, like, the venue opened before, like, the little opposite to it did. And the person, like, I think it was, like, on drugs or something like that, or, like, it was drunk as fuck, because he literally shouted, why the fuck are you guys here? Because, like, he was sort of stating that we closed the little to go into our like our shop and stuff, and that the shop was more important because of card games, and he was like, I want to get my din, I want to get my din. I'm like, dude, just don't shout please. And then like managers and stuff came in and he got kicked out, but like I was like, why, like why? And also I told you about the hotel and stuff. So what happened, like I got there in Saturday morning. Like I told the persons behind reception that like no wait, I like at Friday I arrived like that, and I told them, okay, can you arrange that because like the person is coming the next day most likely. So I needed to get that arranged. Like for this evening, like I wanted to get a discount because like we didn't pay for this, right? But like for this night I can at least accept it. But like so the night shift should have given it to the morning, like the people from the morning. But they didn't. So we got back like Saturday evening, and I was like, "Is everything arranged?" So I was like, "I remember you from last night, and I'm very sorry, but the people previous to it are dumbbats." Like he didn't say that, but like he was like, "I'm done with this shit." Like I understand you guys totally. I want to do as much as possible, but like I can't. Like literally the entire hotel was booked full. So what we end up like doing is like get bed sheets and stuff like that to get like a fake mattress. Essentially, yeah, Maxime slept on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. I have a photo of it. It's like wait.
So tough.
Right. This is the like I showed you in Discord. Like it's a tiny picture. Like this is like the fake. Like you see the bed.
One second. I'll show you to. I'll show you to the crew. And if you guys can't see it on the stream, hopefully, future JJ will post this as a larger picture. Jesus Christ, he basically slept on the floor. Yeah.
Like
That's crazy. So they didn't even like give you like an extra mattress or anything either. That's
like and we asked for it, and they didn't have. So like because we weren't the only person. Like they literally made a fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
So like many people had the same problem because we walked into it like Saturday evening, and they were like, oh, like we were waiting in line, and the person previous to it also had the same problem, like exactly the same. So we're like, okay. So Maxime slept on the floor, almost didn't get any sleep. I at least got like a few hours in, But because the event took so fucking long, I think we only had like 4 hours of sleep. Literally, because like registration started around 9 to 10, but we only played like between 1 to 2 o'clock. That's when the event started, like first round. Because everyone changes their lag log, and we also had to change it, but like we fixed it like quite easily, because Mo is 70 as he may seem, but like he fixes like Jack's deck, my deck, his own deck, got every deck log ready. I'm surprised like there wasn't any like anything fault with it, right? So I'm like, okay, thank you very much. So then they do and stuff like that, and I played the MFD deck, right? And I remember my first fucking round. I like G assisted for grade 2 3 times, with them, and damage checked 3 grade 2s. I was like, come on, like first round after all this, I'm like, dude, are you fucking with me right now? and like also like I lost 2 times because I essentially played against the Dungry player in Swiss, and also later in top 8. And what I essentially did, like, of course MFD is like a surprise deck to say the least, because like what was also super weird, like many people seem to notice like I play Gear Chronicle for Sunday, but like not as a statement, oh, you surely are going to play Gear Chronicle, because that's also the same with Maxim. Like people were in the assumption he was going to play Grand Blue, but there weren't in assumption. They knew I was playing Gear Chronicle. I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like they were like telling us, hey, I saw you are going to play Gear Chronicle tomorrow. Which variant are you going to bring? And I'm like,
a variant.
but like no, I think like I had like just under 10 people coming to me like, hey, what the fuck? And then of course the entire Brexit crew was also coming on top of that. And I'm like, you will see that tomorrow. And I like for the matches that I played, like I think 5 matches I just like sort of aced them. Like I just opened my hand and I was like, okay, sorry man, it's GG. It was like just like that. And also with the game where I had like Jesus for grade 2, if I just got like the first one I left, I was okay with. The second one really disgusted me, because like I opened Exodia. I just opened Exodia. I only needed grade 2. So if I had that, I was just like, sorry, but you're dead.
Like FTK, so I'm sorry. I'm an FTK. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, do you know about MFD? Have you seen a little bit of it?
Oh, me myself? Yeah, I have. I've suggested it to a couple of my friends already.
Sorry, what's you say?
I think a couple of my friends were asking like if I knew of a Gear Chronicle deck. Like, some of my old people from Gamers at OS were taking a look at the premium stuff.
Oh, cool. Because like you can do 3 turns in total, and like striding on your opponent's grade 2 and stuff, and that's like I don't know if you saw the post I did with the Facebook messages and stuff, like on the Vanguard, like from Guardians. Because what essentially happened, like like there was a person like asking on Vanguardians like, hey, what's the best variant, this stuff, and I was like telling her, hey, you have this and this and this variant, and I think the best variant is MFD, and like many people were shit talking me the fuck out of it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You disgusting piece of pig you are. And like,
really, what is that?
Nah, not that the question. Not
okay,
that
I was saying, what the fuck? I understand that Vanguardians are different, no, but they're not that different. Okay.
But like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I know, right? Like I was like, yeah, they literally said like, yeah, but Chronofang top more than that MFD did. So what are you talking about and stuff like that?
They don't understand, but it's fine. It's okay.
They don't understand. Like after it was like I posted it on my Twitter and with the tag like things that age poorly.
I would have probably taken a screenshot of the people who responded.
Sorry?
Like, I would probably taken a screenshot of the people.
I did it. Like I censored their names and stuff, but like I literally did. I was like, oh fuck you, baby. It was super fucking fun. I'm trying to see if I can.
I'd be like, oh, tough. This is so tough for you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, not like sorry, man.
I'm super fucking happy with it, of course, but like, fuck is it? Is there anything else? Like, there's so much fucking stuff. I'm lost. Like, I'm almost lost everything around it. Like, but I was, but like, oh, I got it. Like, I would just, okay. How do I do this? Fuck it. I would just send you a screenshot. Like, it isn't like you can just let me see, Discord. Okay, you can just show this on the stream. I think it's okay, but like
Okay, so let me bring this up while my opponent's taking an eternity to figure out their turn. The best card in Gear chronically, unfortunately, isn't Timely Porstein Maidens, but it's MSF Turbo. Mr. Flair.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you meant. It means a lot of deck building skills and major knowledge, but currently it's the most consistent high roll deck for Gear Chronicle. We would go for the triple turn combo. Lamau, consistent high roll, contradict each other, which he is technically correct with.
No, but like like you have the first additional turn, it's super consistent. But like the ceiling increase for the third turn and the high roll is just like to counter OTs and stuff. Okay. Like your opponent checks OT, okay, next turn. Okay, yeah. GG.
I'll take a next turn. Thanks. Nowhere anywhere talks about Mystery Flare. Chronofang has seen more tops. I like the concept, but I'm gonna have to take it with a grain of salt, my guy. It sounds too gimmicky, worthwhile. It's a fun deck, sure, but not the best Gear Chronicle. It actually doesn't require much skill and knowledge at all. It does, but again, it's them, so they don't play the game. People who comment like that just don't play the game, and that's okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I was like, you have of course a new support. I like literally because I top with it. Like now people like Jay and stuff like that are super motivated once again to play Gear Chronicle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like that was the point I wanted to make. Like to see like show people like to bring Gear Chronicle, because I still remember talking to Maxim like, hey man, you know, like at first I wanted to play Luard, but then I told him like, you know what I want to do? I want to switch to Gear Chronicle, and he was like he wasn't like saying you cannot play it, but like, are you sure? Like we can play this, of course, like we can do all the shit you want, but like, are you sure?
And yeah, because it's one of those kind of decks where you gotta kind of be sure, because if you're not sure.
Yeah, and like I told him like, yeah, I'm like 100% sure, but I was already like playtesting with Mohammed for it, and it was like, Mohammed was literally saying like, Maxim, trust me, you don't believe it when you see it. And whenever like on the first game I got triple turnover against Maxim, and he was like, is this allowed? And I'm like, oh yeah, baby, get me that OT out of fucking here. I also remember, like in Swiss ones, like people putting up homilies and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, because they were playing Time Leap. Oh no, boy.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything against it. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, like, holy fuck.
Yeah, man.
And, but like, I think, like this may seem super weird, but I think actually the deck is built wrong. Like, as in total, I think the deck is built wrong. Like, in the sense, like, you have a counter to it. And now, because people know it, we'll figure out a counter. And that's why we're going to, like, make the deck new to build the deck properly. Because for the entire event, people were so fucking scared because, like, everyone in the fucking room, like I think, like, we're like 400 people in the venue, and then some were playing ice and stuff. Like, everyone I go, I was like, I heard about Gear Chronicles and stuff, and, like, everyone was super fucking scared because they heard, like, I just did the thing, like, the open XOD, and the people was, like, fucked up dead, like. But what was really funny, the persons I beat up, like, either I knew them from the Brexit gang, so I just told them, like, can you keep silent about this, because I want to be at the surprise factor, and they did, like, I'm fucking happy with it, like, I just told them, like, if you want to, of course, shout it out, like, I'm not going to say you cannot do it, like, it's your choice, of course, but, like, this is what I would prefer, because I would like to have the surprise factor of Gear Chronicle. And I just like fucking went for it, and everyone was damaging me. They were like, "Holy fuck, what is this combo? You sure needs counterblast, right? You sure needs
No,
counterblast."
it doesn't need any counter.
I need one, and the funny part is
You can
you
just call
always
heal
put
trigger.
yeah, because you just bind it off and like, oh yeah, baby, you're getting fucked anyway. So it was super fucking funny. And yeah, like last year I played against a few order condies also in finals, and I'm just like, yeah, I was surprised there wasn't any more just cause, because I was in the assumption like doing an extra turn and stuff isn't really that complicated, but like doing strining on your opponent's grade 2, doing the triple additional turn, like I would figure that like people would go judges for it, not to Wushark, but like to confirm, and I already confirmed with Ben in the past. And like everyone either said like I understand the combo, or either said like Lemao, I'm already dead, like I don't care. Like they just literally said like, yeah, I'm already dead, I did see your point, yeah, sorry man.
Yeah.
Like, and that was really fucking funny. Like, and I talked with Ben about the conditioning. He was like, yeah, you can do this and stuff like that. But he never like until after the finals, I showed him the combo. He was like, holy fuck, this is viable. Because he was like, you can do the combo, yes, okay, cool, and now what? And he of course saw my deck log and was like, okay, cool, now what? But like many people don't understand how the combo works. So whenever I showed him the combo, he was like, holy fuck, and I'm like, yeah, this is now like finally a viable deck. I think it's the best kick chronicle deck to bring. And many people are super fucking surprised. I think I had like lectured like 4 or 5 people from Brexit gang like individually, because they were all like, I think every single Swiss round, like I of course confirmed like, are you in top 8? Okay, you're not, or you are. Like I will explain it to you, and everything happened. And like I just like between Swiss rounds I explained it to them and stuff, and because some people like some teams were already going X3, right? So like already out of top 8. And it was actually super fucking funny. Like what happened with the top 8, like unfortunately, like because the event was so fucking long already, what happened essentially is like the brothers, like which I was talking previously about, like the PR and the Theo, they needed to go because otherwise they couldn't get home. Like literally, like because the event was going on for like 12 plus hours, because there were some things that were going on. I think it's better for either to ask Ben, because I don't know if I'm like I don't think it's a problem, but like I think it's better to ask him directly, if so, of course. Because he was, of course, the head judge. Where like there were some like insane calls that needed to be made regarding top 8 and stuff. Because if people like game losses and stuff, people were like going away because they literally needed to and stuff like that. Like there were so many complications around it.
Oh, because they turned basically an 8-round tournament into a 5-round tournament, didn't it?
No, we still played 7 rounds of Swiss and then top 3 and stuff, or top 8. But like if one team, like let's say for example, the team that went away, just like they were gone. But the opposite team that had to face them, like the middle person, if they got a game loss, then it's like it doesn't really matter. So he doesn't get any punishment. Does he get promoted to a game loss like during the top 4 and stuff? And that like that's only like I think 5% of the entire matter that they need to discuss.
Oh, okay. Jesus
like
Christ.
it's
That
just
is, yeah.
yeah, and there were like multiple like nobody got a warning regarding sleeves because stuff like that. And like I was super fucking scary because Ben announced like I have a super long announcement, so I'll keep watch. Like he so keep watch, and he was going one after each other. I think like from the 8 teams there were 6. Like we had to do a little tiny difference. But like 6 teams needed to change some things. Like not everyone got a warning, some got a game loss.
Jesus Christ.
And what essentially happened with Maxime, like he got deck check, of course, like during like the beginning of the at the beginning of during round 1 and stuff, like prior to deck check and stuff. And he got Pokemon oversleep, like just Pokemon stand saves on his G-Sound. And like in previous events, like during the entire season, it wasn't like anything major around like.
But they recently changed their sleeve policy, so that is a bit of an issue now.
Yeah, but even that, like, that really didn't matter because it's a season. But it's like just with Ben, he was like I don't give you warning for it because I didn't see it back then, because otherwise I should have said it back then to you. But like just change it, and that's all it is for us. But that's what was really fucking funny, because they had a deck box with Minerva sleeves in it, like, and they were discussing a shit ton around it. I'm like, oh no, that looks like Mohammed's deck box, and I was like, no, don't say this to me. Don't fucking say this to me. And literally what happened, there was another person with the exact same deck box, with the exact same sleeves, and they were discussing that person. He also played with Galia.
Okay, God bless. Alright, cool. That's good.
And like for this morning, we wanted to take an Uber. But essentially what happened is that it got cancelled like multiple times. So we had to pay like extra, because I don't know, like I don't know how Uber works, because I never took an Uber.
Yeah.
But like it all went super fucking bad. Like I think for this weekend, like I want to say we are the most unluckiest person of like the fucking entire like the world, but like I think I am, because of like some things that are added onto it, of course. Like like we're so fucking unlucky for this entire fucking weekend, and still with this like results, it's like fucking insane. And the thing, like, also one thing I learned is that like every Narukami matchup I fucking hard counter. But there's one Narukami variant that hard counters me, and that's fucking Dungaree. I had to play that against the last round of Swiss, so I was going into like I was aware of it, so I was like, oh yeah, this is the counter, I figured it already out. And I'm like, I'm just going to test to see how it works, right? I lost that match, but it was like, I'm just going to test how I can play into this, like in potential top 8. And like in top 8 I also just lost, because it's like he's on the 17k base, he just went first, and he's just hard countering me, because it like literally the MFD deck just checks on your opponent's hand size. If it's like if you have one additional turn, you can just like check it, like if their hand is like 10 to 12, you can still kill them, but like more isn't, because of piano. But let's say for example they have 10k interceptors, which he did, then it shrinks down like, oh, I'm fine after like 4 to 6 cards in hand, because I don't have to go to the Battledore restrict, right? And because I'm on 17k base, it hard counters me. And it literally that happens. Like he put multiple like grade 2s that essentially said when the card was bound this turn, plus 5k shield. And I'm like, okay, so like I bind my own rear guards, that also counts. Okay, cool. Like it's just a fucking hard counter, and it's just really fucking insane about it.
And you played with the new support, right? The new stuff, or was that not allowed that tournament?
You mean Premium Collection? No, it wasn't allowed because of how it all went out. Like you need to wait 2 weeks before a set is like legal to play a tournament, which I think is a super good ruling, because England didn't get the Premium Collection stuff right.
Like, Jesus, that's awful.
Like even on Sunday they didn't have it. Like we in the Netherlands had it on Wednesday, but they didn't have it like even on Saturday and Sunday they didn't have it.
Jesus, that's rough.
So I'm happy about it, because like I like at least it's like equal for everyone, right? But yeah, and like I like what we just did for premium, like Maxim, like Mohammed went undefeated, and Maxim and I just like we just equalized. Like wherever Maxim lost, I won. Where Maxim and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time we just won, and it was like super fucking funny. And like yeah, glad to meet so many fucking people. But like the stories around it is like unbelievable. I think like if I have told this to like any other fucking person, I'm like saying like, yeah, this happened during one weekend, they were like, you're fucking lying to me. Like, would you believe it? Like running into a wall, getting punched in the face, like all that sort of stuff. Would you believe that?
I mean, it is believable. It's just very just like holy moly, it's a lot of information. You know, it's just it sort of just comes at you. This, it's like a lot to process. You know, it just comes at you.
So like what the fuck? But at least I'm back home. I'm safe, sort of. Like
Mm.
at this point, the only thing that can make matters worse is like a meteor to my head. I'm like, okay, yeah, then I'm done.
Yeah, of course, and it's GG. You know, you
GG easy noobs.
can't really do
Like,
much about that. Yeah.
yeah, but like I'm happy, and now I'm definitely going back to England whenever I have the opportunity.
Really, you enjoyed yourself, huh?
Yeah, holy fuck! Like it was
Outside
insane.
of everything, you still enjoyed yourself. That's okay.
I
Hmm?
think it's the most enjoyable location out of all.
I mean, I guess it's fair enough. They actually speak English, so they're willing to
Yeah,
talk to you there, so it's helpful.
yeah, but it's also like the biggest event.
It
We
is.
had
It is.
like for premium, I think we had over 350 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and when we look back at France and stuff like that, that's like
It used
so
to be
much.
Germany back then. It used to be Germany used to be the biggest.
Yeah. I remember that. So like in Cologne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but like I really I really enjoyed it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
also fucking funny story. Like, I wanted to we like Maxime and I wanted to book an hotel. How expensive did you think like for 3 nights booking in London is right now?
I would say like a couple hundo.
Okay, it was fucking 1,300 pounds.
Yeah, I would say a couple. Wow, that's that. Okay,
Like, and it wasn't even like luxury or anything like that. It's like 4 walls in the bed.
that's okay. That is
So
tough.
like that's why we like the public transport was like all right. It was okay, good to do, because on Sunday there weren't any strikes, so we just went with public transport. Because like it went on for so fucking long. It was like, how the fuck do we get back home or
Mm-hmm.
like back to the hotel? So there was one like you had Ajo, and essentially we just like teamed up, and you had one person who had like a fucking big Range Rover, and he just brought it like just to the hotel, which
Mm-hmm.
like could fit like 9 people in it. So
Solid.
he was yeah, was just the hero of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was actually quite funny because I think he was called named Joyce. It's like he isn't all that tall, but he works in the army and stuff, and he's like a fucking big Range Rover, right? It like I don't know, it's a hero. So that's the summary of it all, I think. So for the matches that went like sort of right, I just like it was GG. And
Mm-hmm.
like what because what I think of the deck is like a sort of an ASO. Like if you have bullshit factor, you just insta win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have it, then you need a backbone to the deck to still win the game. Because let's say, for example, ASO didn't get the spirit off back in the day. Then you need to rely on like your backbone of the deck to carry you. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's almost the same with this deck. But this deck doesn't need to go first, which makes it more flexible in that regard at least.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, that's pretty nice.
So I hope I went through like 70% of the bullshit at least, because there's like I know there's stuff left that I didn't told you, but like I don't know anymore. I don't fucking know anymore. It's too much.
Enough is enough. It's fun.
Like, at some point you're like, yeah, GG, never
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you remember all the bullshit that happens, then it's not enough bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like got back with a Mark of Malek, 2 medals, 2 certificates. I enjoyed the fuck out of me. So yeah. So everyone that goes to England, just go the fuck for it. Like just like I hope it's in Cardiff next time because of like it isn't as fucking expensive as it's like right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because like Cardiff is like at least it's like if you get a hotel it's like manageable. Like it's not a like it's a big city but like not London big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I yeah, and I just went with the train because like I am afraid of heights and stuff like that. And the train was actually pretty good. Like, yeah, just like messaging. Like when I went back home, it was super. It went super fast because I like constantly messaging Jay and stuff like that on Gear Chronicle and stuff. And like also home made time leap, and we were first talking about it. Like I explained him everything in detail about it, and I'm like. Since so many people knew that I was going to play Gear Chronicle, I just confirmed it because like everyone was saying it. Like, yeah, you're going like we know you're going to play Gear Chronicle because we know, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Like nobody like knew it where it come from, but they knew for certain I was playing the Chronicle. I think like maybe if I have to take a guess, like you have of course the deck blocks, and what they used to do is like write down what if like what clans people played. And I'm like there was only two persons that played Gear Chronicle for that day because there was actually another person that was playing MFD, but not like never to the extent that I played. Like he just played a standard plus deck, I think. So like not by far compared to what I played. But it's just the assumption. Like that's what for the stories that I heard. Like I have to confirm it, yeah.
Okay,
Because
fair.
I actually wanted to like ask Ben if he still had like the deck block, but like after the event and stuff like that, he just deleted everything.
Okay.
Like before, like from the Swiss and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I get, of course.
You know, can't really have people be looking around into stuff that doesn't concern them, sort of things. I guess I get it. I
Oh,
get it.
like I think like Ben didn't like it doesn't really matter, but
Mm-hmm.
like he only needed to have the top 8 and stuff, and the
Mm-hmm.
West isn't like needed anymore
Mm-hmm.
for like statistics and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
he just deleted them because it's like otherwise it becomes clogged up with information which isn't needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if he still had the tag look, he would just share it. I don't think he would have been, or like wouldn't mind. So that's the short version of it. Like, you know, what you would call at least a short version.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so, what do you think of it?
I think it's a bit of a journey. It's a story, that's for sure.
It's a story that's for sure that you like. I cannot tell this like in a year. I cannot tell the story again because it's too much. Like
That's
maybe.
fine. I mean, we have it recorded, so it's okay. It's fine.
Oh, okay. You're going to record also. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's fine. We have it recorded. Hopefully, it's recorded properly because currently it's on 00001. So hopefully, the recording is not paused because that would
Oh
make me
yeah,
feel
baby.
very sad if it was.
We also had the meme go for the entire like weekend, like
Mm-hmm.
for everything, like just to be able to like do normal stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
5% need to go right, just as like a running joke. And everything when something went bad, it was like that's not the 5%, my man. Like 5% need to go right, and it's
Yeah.
not like it's not there. It's like oh,
Yeah.
fucking shit. Like we meme the shit out of it. Yeah, like I'm really happy to like of course meet the Brexit gang and stuff because
Mm-hmm.
I of course like know them from events but like never really interacted with them,
Mm-hmm.
and which was quite funny for me at least, like um what happened like when I came into the venue, many people like I think a lot of people were for fee at least
Mm-hmm.
copying my exact deck list which I played at BSF Oberhausen and friends for
Mm-hmm.
college and stuff. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, not for friends. I think for Antwerp. Um, because of I like topped and stuff like that, the tech profile and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Yeah, I copied your." Like I also played against people that like literally copy my deck list and stuff, and also
Mm-hmm.
some people that literally like turned in my deck log code. So it was really fucking funny, and to see like people having a good laugh or like a good experience with the deck. Like I'm just happy that people then at least agree with me on the list. If you get
Mm-hmm.
me right.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Um, and but yeah, like I came into the venue and people were asking like, "Hey, are you the Gear Chronicle player?" And such like, yeah, like really wonderful at least to see. Like I just want to have Gear Chronicle in the tops again. That's literally what I want to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think we did good for that.
Did you feel that coming down to the wire with everything? Did you feel that you needed to prove anything for yourself, or did you feel any pressure because of it?
Like at least for day one, I didn't, because like it's just a joke, essentially. But like it ended up pretty well, and because of day one went really well. Well, we fucked like everything. Like the common joke also was right. It's like, let's say for example we do worse, then essentially like if Jack like got third place with us, of course, and then Solemn switched in for Jack. It's like the running joke, like we need Jack back because like with Jack at least we hit top 3.
No.
So it was also like a winning joke.
Yeah. That's a good
but
one.
like I think for like I wanted to prove like to people like Chronicle isn't dead. It's still a viable clan, especially in competitive. I had to bring it, and I think I proved that well enough to people. But like before the event, I didn't want to prove, but like in the sense of like I didn't feel the pressure I really needed to for myself, but more for the clan, if you get me right. And so, but like after day one, with all the pressure and stuff like that, they were like, "Holy fuck, you don't need to mess with this team because like Mohammed and I carried us to like third place." So like you still remember our experience at Antwerp, right? Like
Yeah,
2018. Like that was also like it was even worse than that scenario, and it was like, what the fuck is this? like the same situation in the sense like I wouldn't change my teammate no matter what because I had a fucking good time because of it.
Oh, okay. True.
Yeah. Because like you go for the event just because you of course want to have fun. That's like priority number one. Because how I always do it, like I just have a couple of my decks and I just like go between them. But like I played of course Prisms, but like it was because of emergency reasons, not because I actually wanted to play Prism. Because otherwise I would just bring my current deck, of course. Like that's also something what many people were caught up like, oh, he's just playing Prism, but like I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
Like and like when people are saying like, what the fuck, you're playing Prism Brain and stuff, like then I'm just having the argument back, oh yeah, like I didn't top with Chronojet 3 times a V already, like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think people miss that point like too many times.
Like you top multiple tournaments and BRO and stuff, so it's not like you don't have.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't do well on archetypes that you like to play, because it's also one of the reasons why I keep on saying I hate the whole factor of people saying like, oh, like what's the best deck to build, what's the best deck to play. It's like, bro, come on, shut up, just play what you like. If you do well enough with it, that's fine, that's a plus point. If you want to win, like sure, I can give you a suggestion of archetypes that you can do kind of well with, but that doesn't mean you're gonna beat other people that know their clan better than you do. You know, it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, no, that's exactly, yeah. Like I'm agreeing on most of it, like, but like for PRO, like if the ban list is like dog shit, like if Prism isn't handled like sorry to say, but if clan selection isn't out yet, I would just go and play Prism myself because I'm done with that deck. Like for the BSF tournament, I would pick Current still, but like for PRO and stuff, I would like just go for Prism because I'm done with the deck.
So you're done with Gears for now. You kind of
no, not done with Gears, but like just for like specifically V because it's too long. Prism Rampage the format.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm sort of salty about the fact that they got to run like so fucking long with it. Like they like literally like the first ban list is like, yeah, we ban everything but except the best deck and format. Like, oh yeah, no, we touched it with a little bit of salt. That's it. Oh yeah, good luck. Like I'm done with the deck.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Like that's just at least my experience.
I can say without a shadow of doubt in my mind that I agree with you at some points. Personally, I've always been a person of I don't really care what I play into. If I have a deck of the week that I feel kind of I like playing today, so if I feel like playing Zorga, if I feel like playing any of my various Kagura decks, I have my Link Joker, I'll just pick that up. I don't really care about winning. I just want to try and make a deck as consistent as it can. So I get you that there's sometimes a deck can be kind of overtuned for a very long time, even after it getting hit and restricted. It doesn't change how strong it is still. So even after like Aqua and all the other stuff get ripped out of it, it's still like one of the most consistent archetypes that we currently have in V outside of many
Like
others.
I want to say the same, but then I look back at the start of it. It's like 14 times worse of it.
Yep, exactly. I know. I mean, you could say it's a 14-time Rosa whiff, but it's like is the extreme case of like agreed to. So you've imagine look at this perspective as well. Look at it other way. You whiffed it 14 times and still beat people.
Like I literally beat like played vanilla at that point. Like
Yeah.
and also the fucking funny part is like I had some turns that I like only caught one card from the bind zone.
Yeah.
And I told Maxime that and he's like, why didn't you just go for Anj? Because you have to create two shits that you can bounce constantly. I'm like, I also whiffed it like 8 to 9 times.
Yeah.
Like just to create two shits, I'm like, I'm done, bro. I'm just fucking done with this game.
Yeah.
Or like with VSM. And also it's like I'm not taking like at least for BO and stuff like I enjoy it, but I like enjoy it more for the fact that I can meet people I couldn't meet otherwise, if you get me right.
Yeah, of course, because not a lot of people can say, "Hey, I'm gonna just take a plane ticket to England." Because I wanted to go to England myself, I just had no team to play with. I had nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go, so I had to stay home.
Yeah. Like do you know like Lubo and Ryfinish went in the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, no one said anything. I heard nothing from anyone.
No. I mean, like, I was also super surprised because I think it was like Wednesday and Ryfinish like contacted me and was like, "Hey Dave, are you also going?" Yes. Okay, because like, can I of course like talk with Ryfinish like sometimes, and he was like, "Oh, I saw your DI stuff and like that," and we just went to a talk and like in the end, a friend of him, like I don't think you know him because he's like quite new into Vanguard. Like he picked up my DI deck and just played with it, and also super funny. Like he also placed like he wanted to play Barrow at first, like for standard, and they actually came in second. No,
Okay.
first place. They first place. Like he like Lubo was on the team. I think Vincent is his name, and then Deckham. And Deckham is like a new player to like Vanguard and stuff. And like I so holy fuck. Like he wanted to play Barrow at first because it's like it's the first deck I think he went into really. Then he was really insecure. Played a bunch of other decks. Then I like got into contact and we also talked about Barrow and stuff because I told him like I am also going to bring the deck. And then I like sort of like teach him because I was already like fixed on my deck choices like ratios, cards like that. And it was just to the matter of like I just teach him everything, and then at the event, like before the event, like playtesting and stuff, he did I would say terrible. Like just like he wanted to do too many fucking stuff all at once and don't really concentrate on the things that matter. But like in the event, he was killing it. Like he got to the point, killed the fucking brain out of the opponent. Like he was a total beast. Like and he literally said like I accepted what you said to me. I took it into me. I tried my best with it. Playtested this like a few games after that. Really went well. And I just went to the tournament. I fucked everyone over. Like because what happens, like his teammate, like Lubo's teammates went X2, I think, during like the Swiss rounds. So Lubo essentially carried them to the top 8, and then top 8, like Lubo got carried by them.
Yeah. Yep.
So, because he got OT'd and stuff, and like a bunch of stuff went wrong for Lubo.
Sometimes
so
you gotta
that's-
give what you gotta get too. So
Yeah, like Lubo, of course, you of course know him as well. Like he's a fucking insane player. Like back, like I think many people who know the period from like between 2016 to 2018-19, like if like that time period, people remember him, like 100%, I think. Because like at that time you didn't really had the teams you have like right now, and I think he was the person with the most stops at that moment of time, like in the whole Vanguard, I think, right?
Yes.
Because he had
Out of the Dutch community at least, and out of most of the worldwide community,
I think
he went to Worlds the most out of most players. Yes.
Yeah, back at the time, yeah, but
Yeah.
of course, like multiple years happened past then, like situation stuff, like
Yeah.
fucked up, insane, like insane player, strong player, and I also like play tested with him, like like we went to The Hague, like last week, and like we just play test the stuff, like really awesome just to see them again.
Good.
So like I got like good connection out of it. Got into contact with the Ravenous again. Like we're surely going to like get dinner somewhere just to celebrate all that stuff, because like what essentially also happened, like they were like on 50 minutes from the venue, and literally what I did is like a story for like after this, but like they went away for Sunday and they were like, Dave, we need to go because it's so fucking late. And then later, like during the top 8, they literally came back to the venue to like support me, right? Literally, they were like standing in the back, like, you got this, like, got up, and like, because like I of course like played this with them, and like I just, sorry to say, but like right in this place now, I just like, I think I like 7-0 them right, like straight.
But the thing is, Ravenous sometimes loses focus when he plays. Like, there's a lot of moments where he could have won against a whole lot of players, even me included. I think it was one of the last Spring Fests that if I had top 8'd, that I might have won. If he had said, "Hey, I wanted to win on it," I would have given it to him, but he didn't. He didn't take it. So it's a lot of things he tends to lose focus on.
Yeah, but like but like it's also just the matchup. Like he was saying like, what variant do you think is like the most viable for me to bring? Because he like was also a bit out of the meta, like eradicators, vanquisher and stuff, and like
All of them are good. All of them are good.
but I think like for the meta with NMD going around and stuff, like because that's like the most scariest thing. I told him like
Dungaree,
I think.
guess, yeah.
No, I was saying like eradicators because like you have more nuke potential, like, and then like NMD really needs to play around it, and then you can just like, oh yeah, fuck you, Dismal, and turn please. Like that's just the funny part of it.
Yeah.
So he did that, went well for himself, but like just a lack of experience. But he was like, I told him like I want, like, he and Yamiu are the only few two players that want to play premium. And I just literally said to him, like, if like the Hague is like 30 to 40 minutes and that's it, and then I'm like at the store, I literally told him like, hey, if you want to meet up again, like more times, we can just do that and like play premium and stuff, because like I'm more interested in premium than in any other like kind of format, because like premium is best format. Like
this is subjective, by the way, guys. This is very subjective. This is
facts,
him.
like with England, like with London, like most people went to premium. Like, how should that be? Like, like it wasn't like standard and fee was on the same day. Uber.
No, it's just that a lot of people. I think it's usually through a different lens people tend to watch premium at. Sadly enough.
Yeah. Oh, the fuck. Oh yeah, and also funny story, because like my meta, like of course at the beginning of like the from Sunday, they stated like you can only use official playmats. Like, but on Saturday everything was fine, so they just changed it from day to day, and I'm like, okay, so be it. So I couldn't use my playmat, which is of course from League of Legends and was a custom artwork. Like many people were like, is that custom? Because they were surprised that it was. And I'm like, yes, it is. Because it's a really, really detailed playmat and stuff. Because like it's a digital, like a entire art piece of what League of Legends like posted a while back, which we printed. And so I had to play with the different kind of playmat. And Lubo strictly came to me and was like, do you want to play on my World's Finalist playmat? I'm like, oh yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
And then I with my first fucking, like my first ever game, I'm like, fuck yeah, baby, with the world finalist. and then in top 8, I played with the same playmat. I played in BRO, where I won, of course, which is the sort of Y Swords with like the girl with like the Japanese outfit and stuff. Like, I don't know what it fucking was.
Oh,
Like,
that is the finalist split match. She is supposed to be the spokesperson. She's the
yeah.
how do you call them again? Those people who are basically like oh god, them small creature things that are usually like floating around main characters and stuff. I forget what I call, but you know what I mean. I guess I get you. Know what I mean.
Like it was the playmat given away at like 2018 because you could either choose between the Guidor, Phalios, and the other one from that group of people, like that playmat or this playmat.
Mascot, yes.
Yeah, and I chose for the mascot, and like Ymir gave it to me, and it did wonderful. Like for the next event, I'm going to play on that fucking playmat though. Holy fuck! And also like what I was telling you earlier about the winning burger, but essentially did like the story what Maxime told me. Like every event he topped with Jay and stuff. Like just before they went into top 8, they just went to McDonald's. Get one single burger, just a plain burger, going to eat it and just win the shit out of everyone. Yeah, we just did it, and yeah, that happened. So, that's also it for the, like, also just, like, I hope I told everything also positive, because, like, I think the positive points outweighed the negative points by far, which is, like, insane when you also like if you believe the negative points, and it's like insane that the positive points outweighed it like by far.
Obviously, because you went in with the ideology like, ah, crap, I'm just gonna be playing this tournament, have a little bit of fun, see a little bit of jolly old England, and then almost get yourself completely wrecked twice, and then get sick in the process, but still end up to make a whole bunch of bonds and chill out with people. I'm still pretty tilted. I couldn't go. I'm still like by far so tilted because I saved up some money for it too, because I knew it was going to be expensive as well due to the whole global thing, that the prices of everything is like completely through the roof. So I knew like it was going to be a couple $100, and still sharing it with people would still run me about $300 to $400, but I had nobody to go with. I probably should have just gone by myself. I know for sure I'm gonna go by myself though for the upcoming.
Like I don't also care. Like for BCS, I would just go on my own.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna for BCS. I'm probably just gonna go solo.
Yeah. Let me see. Like I would just go solo and I would just see whatever happens. Like it was so fucking fun. Like I even believe like for this event, just going solo is like it's worth it. Like 100% worth it, even if you don't play. Like with the environment, the people and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. So I recommend this to anybody as well. So is there any other shout outs or things that you want to tell people to inspire them to play at BCSs, BROs, BSFs? What else you want to tell people?
I have one. At least I have one shout out that is forced.
Oh,
sort of, but like, I think it's like, of course, like even before he said like you need to give me a shout out for this, like I was already planning to, which is of course Ben, because like I went to every interaction with him for MFD. Like he didn't understand like how I would get to like the situation to make it all happen, but like I just said to him like this and this and this is going to happen, how does like this, like he went everything with me, confirmed it with me, so that's really grateful that I can just like personal message him, because like I haven't really talked with that I haven't really talked with Ben as much as I did with other judges or like people and stuff. So at least like Ben, and also like for the event and stuff, because like keeping like 400 people in check is like impossible.
A taxing thing. Super taxing.
It was fucking insane.
Yeah, because like it's a very obscure deck that a whole lot of people, because we were actually also watching it on stream too as well. We did sort of like a deck review. I was like, yeah, I could see how this list could do well. Because a lot of people probably just don't understand how this works. And I was like, oh, I saw this grade 2 that you're running it with a time leap. And it was like, oh, okay. So then you can kind of leap that into the other grade 3, resolve the grade 3 again, have that be bound, and then go into Mystery Flare after that resolve. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That made a whole lot of sense how you ran the list. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't even know that you ran that. Because then you also don't need any GB for it. I'm like, okay, that's also a lot of the issues.
Yeah, like I think the G-Zone is actually the most funny part of it all. Like, because like it's like all different kinds of stride for all different kinds of opportunities, and like what's a really funny part is like the only stride I haven't used is Quark Dragon and Mystery Freeze.
Yeah.
Those are the only cards I haven't touched from my G-Zone, which I think is like, at least I like when people look at this deck, they would imagine like Quark Dragon to be used like all of the time, but like it isn't. So for that, but like for the rest of the shoutouts, I think like Ajo/Echo for like essentially fixing us, like that we can still go instead of like getting like bankrupt by Uber and stuff. The whole of Praxis crew, too many damn fucking people to mention, but like all meme lords, so I hope they accept me as it is. Mohammed and Maxime for like letting me join them, of course, because after I think Antwerp and stuff, like they Maxime messaged me, hey, do you have any plans? I'm like I do have, but like I'm I rather want to be sure with you guys than don't get to go with Maxime and stuff, because in the end, or like not go with Eric and stuff, because in the end Eric couldn't get free from his work, so like it sort of like worked out, if you get me right.
Yeah, it just worked out.
Like just in the end, like to go with their team, because otherwise we will be completely fucked. Okay, normal. Yeah, for the last, Jack, literally for being MVP of the team. Without him, like we would have lost every single round. Without he was the carry of the team, like with a little backpack, like holy fuck, like Mohammed is like lightweight, but like carrying me, what the fuck?
I really did like a lot of the ratios you end up running with. I kind of really like the time Jarrett Dragon for the extra cycle and draw, which was kind of cute. I like that a whole lot. Plus, if you happen to time leap it off of the Grey Exhaust, you can draw some cards off of it as well, because you can time leap into it out of your upstreams or into your Lost Brick, and then you could turn your Lost Bricks into Reinnovate, Wing Dragon. You have so many tutoring that you can do as well, and you have the Chronojet you can also call off of the grade 3, off of the grade 2, that can also turn into Mini Guard Restrict if you're also going like Force. I think you're going Force 1 or Force 2 mostly with this.
Always Force 2, except for when people have a bigger base power.
Yeah.
And then it's like a little bit clinky, but like the really like I will of course make a deck profile, so I will not go in depth, because like I think if I go in depth, it will be a fucking long video.
Dude, I think it's like close to an hour already. If this is still recording, I think we're kind of close to the hour range, and if not, it's in the VOD, so it's there.
Okay, cool. But like the most thing that the thing that most people were surprised at is that I played like Chronic Jet is like you need to ride it, or otherwise it's like almost GG. Like you can play around it, but like it's fucked up hard. And I'm like, yeah, I played as 3 off, and like people were looking at me like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? I'm like, you don't like you know what the worst part is?
What's up?
Whenever I get it on my hands for like the first mood, like before Mulligan, I will fucking put that piece of shit away.
So you're gonna mulligan it back, even though you need it as part of your opening play.
Like, because you have like 8 great research in the deck. You have Dust Break Dragon that filters, like you have so many opportunities to go into Chronic Jet, and like you will get it guaranteed. Like I never bricked on it. Also in testing I never bricked on it.
Okay. But would it be a scary thing to play that for, though? Could it be a possibility of putting it to 4?
Like it's always a possibility, but like not having the correct grades to write. Like of course this deck is a little bit like it's still bricky. Like what I said earlier. I don't think it's the correct build to build like for this deck, but like I think it's correct for this specific BSF because like many people don't understand the deck. They don't understand how it works. So many people are just damaging you, and I'm like, I would just fuck you over either way. But like they need to find the counter, and when they find the counter, I have something to prepare for them. So that's it. Like for this event, it was built alright. Like it works. It does its thing. Talk with Jay. He like literally opening hand. He's like, okay, it's CG, it's Exodia. Because when Jay was back home, he instantly built a deck.
Did he test it?
Yeah, he tested it already.
And what did he find? What did he think?
Like I told him like, yeah, it's just like Azo, open Exodia, GG, but like with more consistency because like even OT fucks it over. And like let me think for the rest. But for the deck, like it's wonderful. Chronojet, like yes, it can fuck you over, but like the probability for you to happen, it's like not really there. Like it's almost impossible for you to happen. And like the reason behind it is like if you get one Chronojet, you're fine. If you get like a second or something like that, then it's like you either bind it off to increase your bind zone, or like you put it on the Vanguard circle because you go Force 2 Mystery Flare. You just put it on the circle with the Force 2, so you have card restrict. And because of that, like it's just like when you have the consistency part, and then Chronojet is also your high roll part, like the ceiling increase of the deck. So you play it like that, but you only like need to see one, and that's it. Like, but I of course whenever I open Exodia and I had on the net, I will just keep it. I will not mulligan it then away. Like I only mulligan it away when I need to see other grades or like other combo pieces more than Chronojet, because the theory behind it is if you don't open with the pieces to go for the correct bind zone, then you also don't need Chronojet. So like there's multiple ways to think about it. Also really happy because like I like the list in Decklog at least. Like many people were also surprised, why are you playing the SP one instead of the ASRs and the BRO Chronojet? I'm like,
that's a lot of money.
No, not even that. Like this is the only Chronojet I haven't top with yet. I top 2 times with the ASRs and 1 with BRO. Because of like COVID and stuff, like that's when it came out, so I never really top with it back then. But like I want to play it with this, of course. And then I also like really find the artwork like fitting, because Chronojet is like just standing there, like opening the ports to the new future, like just like demolishing you. Like I just think the artwork is fitting, like sort of stuff. And that's really it. And like for the rest of the deck, it just did wonderful. Like of course I did have tricky games, but like if you get it like any other deck that whiffed on grade 2 GSS 3 times and like got like damage check 3 grade 2s in the meantime, like every deck would like will be dead. Like that's just probability against every, like if you get a prism deck, you damage check 3 rows, it's also GG, man. Like what the fuck do you want to do?
Fair enough. Okay. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about your experiences, your traveling, all about jolly old England, and they're a good cup of tea. So I'm also going to be heading off for the evening as well. So I want to thank each and every last one of you people for tuning on in and stopping on by. So be awesome, stay awesome, and have a wonderful day. And until next time, take care.